Okay, we are recording now, so now it is official. It is Monday, April 19th, and got a number of things going on here. I'm first getting out my browser here. Looks like I closed that out by accident. Okay. First thing I'm going to share with you guys is something that's in the tech news going on, because we do talk about tech news, and that is tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's going to be an Apple event at 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 1 p.m. Michigan time. They'll have a live event. Apple does this several times a year, so do many other companies, and they announce new products and or new software or whatever may be coming out. So there's various rumors of what might be coming out, maybe multicolored iMacs, maybe a new iPad Pro or iPad Mini, or who knows. We'll see what Apple announces tomorrow, but it'll those are usually pretty interesting to watch if you're interested in technology. Okay, so I did that. And then I probably didn't need to undo that first, but I'm going to go to our Google Classroom. And then I'm going to share that and tell you guys what's going on today. Okay, so going to Computer Lit, what's going on this week? We'll go up to our week 13. We're already in week 13. And there are three things up here. First of all, I want everybody to take this Excel pretest by tomorrow. Okay. What is an Excel pretest? Because you might be thinking, Mr. Rio, I don't know anything about Excel, or I only know a little bit about Excel. Okay. You open it up and you click this here. I hope I made it as a copy for everybody, but I don't remember. And then you, if I didn't, you can just make a document and just put 1, 2, and so forth. Just put the answers. I can't remember if I did or not. But basically, you go through and you put the answer to these questions. So you might say, Mr. Rio, I don't know this. Can I look it up? Don't worry about it. Put down the ones you honestly know. Go through this. And if there's any that you honestly know or want to guess at, do that. If there's any you don't know, if you read the directions, you just simply put I don't know or IDK. Okay. Don't leave it blank, because leaving it blank makes it look like you didn't even try. If at least if you put I don't know, I know that you thought about it and decide you didn't know. So you might say, why are we doing this, Mr. Rio? Well, we're required to come up with data. And the data includes things like having a pretest and test. So it's like, well, what do I need to do for, the pretest? Just put in your name, answer however many you can either know for sure or guess at. And the other one, just put down IDK or I don't know. IDK is just short for I don't know. And then submit it. Now you might say, well, you get marked down for wrong answers. No, you won't. As long as you put I don't know or IDK for the ones you didn't know, you'll get your 20 points. Okay, I'm not going to penalize someone for a pretest, but I do want you to follow those directions. Okay, so put down I don't know or IDK if you don't know. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory. So that's really easy. They'll take you 5-10 minutes or something like that. Then we're starting Excel. I'm going to talk about what Excel is. We're going to do this. I'm going to focus on how to do this assignment today, and I'll come back to that in a moment. Then there is a TED Talk about the World Wide Web. Actually, there's two of them. This is TED Ed. It's a little bit different than normal TED. These are really short, 3 minutes each. There's a couple of questions. That's it. Really easy, introducing the internet and the World Wide Web. Now, why are we doing this? Well, over the next 5, 6, 7 weeks, we're going to be doing two things. First, we're going to focus mostly on Excel with a little bit about the internet and the World Wide Web. Then, as we finish up Excel in a couple of weeks, we'll focus then almost exclusively on topics relating to the web or the internet or all kind of, end of year tech stuff. So we kind of wrap up the semester. So we're going to be doing a bunch of that kind of stuff coming up more in May. For today, we're going to be starting Excel, and we're going to focus on that. So without further ado, this is a really easy assignment you can do on your own anytime. This is kind of our main assignment for the week. Okay. And important. It's going to get us started in Excel. What is Excel? Excel is a spreadsheet program. I put in here that if you don't already have Office 365 installed, like if you're using a computer at home that's at the schools or something, you might be running into that. It's saying my internet's unstable while I'm at school, so that may be true. I'll have to check on some things here. Okay, and but if you're using a school computer, you got Excel already installed. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to actually open up Excel. And then I'm going to stop sharing this. Hello, Ian. I see you joined us. Tyler, Matthew, Hanson, Sarita. Okay, now I'm going to actually, let me get Excel fully open. Okay. I'm ready for Excel now. Okay, I got Excel open, but it's not giving me a chance to share it. Let's see what's going on here. Yep, I got it open. Okay. So now everybody should see Excel right now on here. And when you first open Excel, you don't see this. You'll see a thing with like choice of documents. You just pick the blank one. And there's a slider down here. I'm going to slide up to about 150, 160%. Probably a little more in that just so you guys can see better. So normally I wouldn't go up to over 200%, but so you guys could see, I'm going to do that. Now, what is Excel? Let me give you a little bit of a background. First of all, it's part of Microsoft Office, just like Word and just like PowerPoint. So you'll notice some menu items and some buttons and some menus and that are going to be the same or similar to what you've already used. But there are differences. Going way back to when a student at Harvard came up with the idea for what's called spreadsheets. They realized a lot of business documents not only have text on them, but they also have numbers. And a lot of times those numbers need to be mathematically, multiplied, added, subtracted, whatever. So he came up with the idea of a spreadsheet. You have columns, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, and you have rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when you click on any one of these right here, this is called a cell. So, and the cells have a reference. So this one here would be B3. This one here would be C7. There might be one here, it's D1. Okay. So you have a column and you have a row. Now, beside adjusting the size here when you're working in this, which you're probably going to want to do, you can also go up between the rows like this and drag that down if you want to make it a little bit bigger for some reason. You can do the same thing here with the columns. You can drag them wider. Okay. Now, in the first project you're going to be doing, there's a tutorial with it. You're going to make a budget. Now, I'm not going to do the same one that's the assignment you have to do. I'm going to do like a little mini version here just to show you how this works. It's going to be actually very, very easy. So I'm just going to call this. Oh, my Bluetooth keyboard's not working. So I got to use the regular one. Okay, now you notice when I typed in here, now this is blown up quite a bit. That's why the text looks so big. I have this up to like 200%. Okay, I typed in there, that's cell B3. Now, even though that looks like it's in cell C3, it's actually a carryover from B3. Okay, so you can't edit this in C3. You have to go back to here and edit it with demonstration. So in B3, okay, you don't have to start in A1. Some people start in A1. You can. But a lot of times I just start somewhere like B3, so I'm not right on the edge. Demonstration budget. Now, what would that mean? What's a budget? We're going to put a few simple categories here. I'm going to put rent. Whoop. And I'm going to put food. And I'm going to put car. I'm going to put utilities, which is like electric and heat and stuff. Put phone. Entertainment. And savings. Okay. Now this here, you see this kind of gets closer and on the width. So I'm going to go up here between B and C. And I can literally, it becomes a double arrow. And I can literally drag it. So if you need your column to be a little wider, you can make it a little wider. Now we're going to put actual dollar amounts, but we're not going to put a dollar sign first. We're just going to put numbers. So I'm going to pretend my rent is $800. So I'll just, keep wanting to use the Bluetooth keyboard is not working for some reason. So let's say food in a month, I spend $500. Let's say my car with a payment and insurance is $450. Let's say utilities, which would be like my heating and cooling and electric and water, maybe. Let's say that is $200. And then my phone, let's say it's $80. And entertainment, say I want to budget $150. That's for like going out to eat or movies or concerts or ball games. Okay. Is there somebody unmuted? Okay. Then savings. It's always a good idea to put some money away. So I'm going to put $200 a month away. So we're going to pretend this is a monthly budget. Now I typed in amounts here, but there's no dollar signs or anything like that. How do I change that? I highlight these amounts right here. I go up here. See this pull down menu right here? It says general, number, currency, accounting, and so forth. That's where you can do formatting.
Yes.
So we're going to click currency. Okay. Now currency puts in the dollar signs. You can also go up here to format, go to cells here. Okay. And you can select currency right there. Now, just let me go back here just a second. I'm going to go to cells, format, currency. I could have decimal places. For dollar amounts, you usually do 2. You can have the currency here, dollar, just regular dollars, fine. They got other currencies. You got what a negative number would look like. You can pick a preference here. Since I don't have any negative numbers, I'm not worried about that. I'm going to hit OK. So that is a very simple budget, except we have one thing we're missing. We don't have the amount. What is this actual amount in the budget? Watch how simple this is. Okay, I'm going to click here, and I'm going to drag. I'm going to give myself 2 empty ones here. So I just selected all these, and I left this here. This is where the answer is going to go. Now, if you go up here, it looks way up here, up this way. It looks like a Greek letter E. It's like some kind of Greek letter. Now, you could just click on it, but if you pull down the menu next to it, it's got different what's called functions. And its default is sum, which is adding it up, which is what we want to do. So you can select sum, or you can just click on it because that's the default. Now, that's showing $2,380. So that means after taxes, I have to make at least $2,380 a month to pay for those basic costs of life: food, rent, car, utilities, phone, entertainment, and savings. Okay. Then for our demonstration budget here, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to make it bold. Now, that is a basic budget. That's one of the most common things Excel is used for. You're going to make almost the same type of thing I just made here for your assignment this week. You can look at the video, open up Excel in a different window, follow along. Easy to do. You're going to be doing something very similar to this. And that's it. It's really quite simple. So you'll get a little bit comfortable with some basics in Excel. You'll get an idea of like the expense of life. Life is expensive. So you need to get good skills and get a good job and make good pay. Okay. And then you're going to put in what the costs are, format it, and then you're going to have the total. Now, what exactly happened here when we click that? I'm going to click there right now. What happened is it made a function. Where is that function? It's in here, but if you want to see it, you got to look up here at the formula bar. All functions or formulas have an equal sign. Functions are a type of formula. So they start with an equal sign. If you look up here, you put SUM, that's a function for adding things up. In parentheses, we got CS colon C12. So that's going to start with, well, I said CS. It's actually C5 right there down to C12, which is right there, which is blank, but doesn't hurt anything. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. Now that was just a crash introduction. Yep, Aiden, don't unmute, okay? That's just a crash introduction to Excel. There's a tutorial that goes along with that. You can do that assignment, just, set it up. If you got two devices where you can look at the tutorial on a different device, that makes it easier for you. But you just follow along, make the Excel document. It's really easy, and you submit it. So I'm getting you off to an easy Excel start. So you do the Excel pre-test and do that. Like, actually, I told you a little bit about Excel already, but any you don't know, that's fine. Just put I don't know or IDK. And then you do this Excel where you look at the tutorial and you make a budget. Next week, we'll be doing a little more complicated stuff in Excel, making multiple sheets and doing different types of formulas and functions. And that'll carry you probably into the next week. So the next 3 weeks, we're going to be doing Excel. You got only one intro internet World Wide Web this week. So you got a pretty easy week this week. Kind of getting back in the swing of things and stuff. So unless you got any questions, that's all I have for today. Okay. Okay, everyone have a great day. I put ciao, which is the Italian word for hello or bye. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, Sarita. Have a good day.